Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a trying new makeup. I'm actually really excited for this one because there's a brand I haven't tried in here. We have some new brushes, some remainder products from the Sephora sale, which I haven't even hauled for you guys. No idea what today has in store for us, but I'm excited to play around with what we have here. So thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and let's jump into this week's trying new makeup. I was influenced to get this. This is from the Inkey List. It's their Tripeptide Plumping Lip Balm. I've seen some before and afters of this where this is supposed to plump up your lips over time. So we're gonna test it out. I need to be consistent with this though. I feel if you consistently moisturize your lips with anything, it would plump them. That's just my thought process behind it, but we'll see if this makes any difference. If you've picked this up and you've noticed any difference, let me know. It's very affordable, doesn't have any scent to it, super thin. I feel like this just stays topically on my lips though. It slips and slides a lot. I don't notice it sinking in at all. So we'll see. I'll give it a try. Then I do have the BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose new brushes, the collab that they did. These are completely different for BK Beauty, so I'm really excited to test out these fibers for them and just the various designs. This brush reminds me of a MAC one that I used to have, split fiber design to it. Super cool. If you don't know who Nikki LaRose is, she's an amazing makeup artist, so I will link her channel down below to check out. But I cannot wait to try her brushes, and I'm very excited for this collab. So I'm going to start off with the N12 brush, and I'm going to use this Rare Beauty liquid eyeshadow that I picked up on October 10th when they had that 100% of proceeds being donated. So I figured for eyes today, let's use this. I'm just going to use this brush to blend it out. Initially, I bought this to have a one and done sort of eyeshadow. I'm thinking of putting some other product on top. We're gonna start off with this as the base and just kind of blend it out into the crease. I haven't found a liquid eyeshadow that I love since the limited edition Too Faced one. This blends out nicely. It isn't super pigmented, I would say. It is enough. I think if it was too pigmented, it would be hard to blend out, so I'm not going to worry too much about this outer corner and the shape of that because we're going to be covering that up. Just wanted a light wash down. I feel like I need something to blend out the edge though. Just taking the N13 brush, no product on, just seeing if we can further soften the edge of this. We're going very rosy tones today. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention, this is in the shade Nearly Mauve. I never typically use tones like this. Worried that it might possibly make me look ill. We will see. I'm loving these brushes though, especially this blending brush. It's super soft and it's doing a great job working out these hard edges. I'm still kind of unsure about the color. I feel like it is leaning towards sick looking, though I do feel like it's bringing out the green in my eyes. So for the lid, I have these two Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadows from Hourglass that I got in PR that I wanted to test out. I've never tried these before, so I thought perfect time. I don't have a new eyeshadow palette to test out, so I thought we could do some individual eye products for this video. So I'm gonna swatch both of these for you and we're gonna kind of decide together. So this is Smoke and this is Reflect. I think for this video, we're gonna start off with Smoke because it is a little bit deeper. And then we can always move to Reflect to add on top if we want. So I'm just going to use my finger for this, taking the shade Smoke. I'm just going to start applying it on the lid. I think that was the correct shade to use. I feel like it suits the color really nicely underneath. Normally I would go in and deepen up the outer corner, do all those steps, but something is really nice about the simplicity of this and just using two shades. I feel like often I have to use a lot when really I think some of the most beautiful looks are quite simple. Just hard to get in this pot with my nails. This is super thin, high shine, and minimal fallout. I love the formula of this. Taking a little bit of Reflect on the brush that I was using, put a little bit in the inner corner, just because this is lighter. Might have to go back and touch that up after I do my concealer, but I just wanted to use both shades. Then I also picked up another of the Makeup by Mario eyeliners during the sale. And I have Perfect Brown, and I really wanted to try out Soft Brown because I love these pencils. I'm just going to run this along my lash line. It does have another end where you can use to smoke it out. However, I'm going to use the N11 brush from the set just because I have it on hand, just to test that out, see if I can nicely smoke out this liner. And this is just a lighter, more warm brown than the Perfect Brown shade that I already have. Using my Tweezerman eyelash curler, just gonna give my lashes a quick curl. I've been loving this new eyelash curler. For my eyelashes today, I have 2 new products to test out. Testing them together, but I'm gonna have to test the mascara separately just because I am using a primer today. We're gonna be using the Too Faced 24-Hour Lash Primer. This is their Better Than Sex Foreplay Instant Lengthening, Lifting, and Thickening Mascara Primer. Never tried that before. And then I've never tried the Hourglass Unlocked Mascara, which says it's an instant extension mascara. We will see. Both these combined, I'm expecting great results, but you never know. So we're going to start off with the Better Than Sex Foreplay. The packaging is black. It looks like this. It doesn't have raised letters like the mascara does. And the brush is a rubberized, a little bit of a scoop wand, which I do like wands like this. I'm actually going to do one eye at a time just to really see the effect of this. I like this because other primers are white, so this should be better going on top of, a little bit easier to cover. Honestly, right now, this just looks like a very light, drier formula mascara than a traditional primer. Like a soft black mascara is what it's looking like right now. I feel like that's pretty good for the lashes for priming it. Then we're gonna go in with the Hourglass Unlocked, which I did get a sample from Sephora. I do have a full size though if I like this. And the brush is also rubberized. It looks like a little Christmas tree. We're gonna see how this builds on top. So I feel like my lashes are definitely lashing today. Wow. That did a really good job at building volume and length for sure, that combination. Still gonna have to try this on its own just to see. This says lash extension. The difference, wow, that really works. So we're just going to do the other eye. This one's my bad eye though. We'll see how it goes. Like missing some lashes on the outer corner. I need all the help with the primer I can get on this eye. This is the longest I think my lashes have looked in a long time. And that's funny because these ones over here, they're like cut off. Some of them are a bit longer, but it definitely helped extend them for the Hourglass product, and obviously the primer did help as well. What do you think? Do you like? I'm gonna have to keep testing both those products out, and now I'm just gonna go in with my favorite lashes right now. I honestly cannot get over these. They're the 858 from Ardell. No surprise there. Literally, I haven't been able to find any new lashes to use or share. I'm so hung up on these lashes. So if you have some new lashes for me to try, please let me know because these ones have taken over my life at the moment. I just make them into little baby half lashes. Just kind of using this as this eye grows out because I do have some lashes on the outer corner that have fallen off just to kind of balance everything out. So those are the eyes so far. I'm loving the simplicity of them. Now we're gonna move on to complexion. I have a new foundation, all those Merit products that I wanted to test out. And I have been using this new Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum. This is the sunscreen company that I love. So I'm just gonna add a little bit to the skin. Really want to add that glow. Just give my foundation something to glide on. I cannot put foundation on my skin unless I've moisturized, put a serum or something down prior. My skin just can't. I can't do it. This feels really hydrating, but it sinks in. And there's a little bit of a tack, if you can see that, which I thought would be good for foundation. So that's why I'm using it today. And then I have this sample of the Sephora Smooth and Blur Primer. It says it diffuses the look of imperfection. So we're just going to apply this in the T-zone where I typically have pore issue. I don't know, is it supposed to look like that? I guess so. Put out more, I'm not gonna use that much. It's like a beige tint. Feels very oily though. It's super smooth. Wow, I wasn't expecting this texture. Interesting. I don't know if I love it or hate it. It's one of those weird textures. Feels nice though, super silky, wow. Have you used this before? I wanna know your guys' thoughts. Hopefully this sample's enough for me to really figure this out, but It feels good. How have I not heard about this? Have you guys heard about this? I'm just so blown away by how this feels right now. We're smooth. I feel like I could use that other places, but we're just gonna try out in the T-zone for now. And then I do have a new foundation to try. I was gonna do a full dedicated video on this, but I figure I'm just gonna throw it in this trying new makeup. It is from Shiseido and it is their Revitaliscence Skin Glow Foundation. So this has Bio Boost Red technology, fermented kefir, and niacinamide. So this should go on top of really well that niacinamide we just put on the skin. Hopefully we can't have too much. I'm gonna shake this up really well. It seems pretty liquidy in here, but this is what the packaging looks like. It's like a egg shape. Has a little thumbprint on it. We have a red pump, super liquidy. I was sent the shade 340 Oak, so we're gonna make it work. Even if it's not exact match, we're just gonna go with it. But this might be pretty good. It is more neutral. I feel like I'm a little bit warmer at the moment, but I think we should be able to make this work. It's a little light, but not by much. Hopefully this doesn't have sunscreen in it. This smells maybe as if it could. So this foundation packs the same level of effective skincare ingredients as the Shiseido serum. In just 1 week, bare skin is visibly more even tone, hydrated, and smooth. Medium coverage, healthy, glowing finish, 12-hour wear, 24-hour hydration. This sounds exactly up my alley. Right now, I would say it's more of a light coverage for the first layer. I wouldn't say this is medium, but we'll try building it up. Gliding on effortlessly. Literally, my skin is just drinking this up. It literally goes right in. There's no blend necessary. It's just like put it on, and there it goes. So that's one light layer. Looks really pretty. It looks like skin. Like you can't tell this is foundation. This looks like your skin. Finish is an A+. See how I can build this coverage. It's getting there to a medium, but I wouldn't go more than that. I'm just worried about the wear on this because I do notice my skin just like drinking this up, which hopefully it holds on because sometimes with skincare products, they don't wear as well because my skin literally just eats it. This feels hydrating. This feels incredible. I'll keep you posted on the wear of it, but right now, application, and even the color is not too bad. It's a little light, so it's looking slightly ashy with bronzer and all that. It should be fine. It's not my perfect shade, but we will make do. I think this will work out better for me when I don't have this specific self-tanner on that's quite warm. My skin looks like super hydrated, like it had a drink of water. That's my best way to describe that, is just super hydrating. And then I do have a concealer to try. I've used this a while ago, and I'm probably gonna mix this in with another concealer just because this is too light for me, but the foundation's too light, so you know what, we could just try it out today. So this is from Giorgio Armani. It's the Luminous Silk Concealer. I have it in the shade 4. I remember this, I don't think being enough coverage for me, but we're gonna try it out today. And the Nikki LaRose brush for BK Beauty has this beautiful N16, which is good for concealer. It has longer bristles that come up. You can't even see it. Right there you can see it. You can see how they have some longer ones, and the angle of this is supposed to get into that inner corner. It's really nice for diffusing. I like the brush. I'm not a fan of this concealer. I know I tried it before and I didn't think I liked it just because it didn't have enough coverage for me. At least for me today, I need more than this. So we're going to put this aside because I definitely need a little bit more coverage. I always talk about looking at my skin and seeing what it needs. It needs more. So I'm going to use my Haus Labs concealer, which is a serum concealer. And this has a little bit more coverage. The tone will be better. It's thicker. So hopefully it meshes in well with this foundation because the foundation is quite thin. But I thought this would pair nicely with the foundation. So compared to the other BK Beauty brush, I feel like this diffuses a little bit better. And the other brush packs more coverage just because it is a little bit more dense, in case you're curious as to the differences between them. I like this for blending, like edges. It's really nice. I do really like it. I can see myself reaching for this a lot. Normally I don't do my concealer first. I was getting carried away. Too excited to use this. I have the Merit bronzer, blush, highlight. They have a brush they sent over too, which I think we're actually gonna use with the Merit products. And we're gonna start with this bronzer. So this is the Bronze Balm, and I have the shade Cyan, I think. This is the smoothest looking product I've ever seen in my life. It just looks so smooth. Is this actually real or is it plastic? We will see. So I'm just gonna use the brush. It is real, not plastic. I was just kidding. I knew it wouldn't be, but it just looked like it. So we're gonna apply this on the skin. I heard this is sheer. Merit has that clean girl aesthetic, so it's very light. I thought it would still work for the skincare foundation, but again, I can see how this is sheer. Like people are saying this is sheer. I feel like it's so sheer that it might be picking up my foundation. So this is one of those products, I feel like you just kind of have to find your right base for it, but it is so balmy that I barely see the actual pigment of the bronzer. I just see this putting on glow with a very sheer amount of bronze. So if that's what you're looking for, it does that. I like a little bit more pigment, but it's nice. The color's nice. Just personal preference. I don't think it looks bad by any means, and I actually think it goes well with this foundation. But that's just how the look of it is. It's more balmy. Definitely the most balmy stick product that I've personally used. More balm than pigment. So now we're gonna go in with this blush. This is the Flush Balm in Cheeky. This is what the packaging looks like, and to my knowledge, you can't twist this up. So this is all you get? I'm not sure. I'm very unfamiliar with the brand, so let me know. Is it possible to twist this balm up? We're going to use this still on the brush. Oh yeah. I can already tell I like the blush formula more than the bronze, just because the pigment is higher and it's less of a slip. Has more substance to it, I guess. That color is pretty and it does have pigment. Look at that. So we're just going to take our foundation brush and then I like to blend it in, tone it down slightly. We haven't set the face with powder yet, so going a little bit heavier for the cream is okay in my eyes. And I'm gonna actually do the highlight stick after I set with powder, just to bring the life back to the skin, so I want to go ahead and mattify it. I do have a new powder to test out. We might use something else, but I'm going to try this out. This is Annabelle's Perfect Setting Translucent Loose Powder. Take a puff, some of that powder, press it on the back of my hand. We get an even press and set. It's very smoothing. Reminds me of an HD powder, like Makeup Forever has. That's kind of the consistency of this and texture and just what I'm seeing it do for my pores and texture. Just gonna go ahead and set the whole face, press it into the skin. We are matte and poreless. It definitely did its job. I do feel like it lightened me a bit. We're gonna do some setting spray and often that will kind of correct that kind of cast. I feel like this could possibly give flashback. So just to balance my face to my neck and just try and match it a little bit more because the Merit stick just didn't have enough pigment for me to be able to do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my MAC Gimme Sun on my Smith 154 brush, one of my favorite brushes for bronzer. I'm just gonna lightly bronze up the skin. For my powder blush, I did purchase this Dior shade in Rosewood from the Sephora sale, and I have been in love with this color. Basically anything with the name Rosewood right now is just so pretty to me. So we're gonna add this on. I feel like this has more pigment than the previous blushes. Like that was just one dip in. We're blushy. I just feel like this is such a pretty color for every day, but seasonally especially. I feel like if you didn't like how you had to build up the first two colors for Dior, this one definitely has more pigment. Like a lot more. Because that was one dip in and I already feel like for me, that's like a ton of blush. We're gonna go blushy. I like it. I like it with the eyes. And then for lips, I have been loving this lip combo. I got this pencil during the Sephora sale. It's Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. And I love these Makeup Forever pencils. You can use them as eyeliners, lip pencils. They're very multi-use. This color is super pretty as a lip liner. It's like very cool tone, which I love. I like it for pinks, like the look we're doing today. I just thought it would really work. And then I've been testing out some new tints from Benefit. I knew of Benetint for so long, but they have so many other tints out that I just haven't played around with. And this is the Flora tint. and I thought this was so pretty. You can use this on your cheeks too if you want. This is a rose tinted lip tint, and I like this because whatever lip I'm using, if it wears off, I don't have that weird lip line only. My lips are actually tinted because my lips, as you guys can see, have like no color to them. So I've been really loving these tints, and they don't dry out my lips or settle into all my dryness in my lips either. They're more of a flattering formula than I'm typically used to because I don't really like lip stains, but this is super thin and doesn't dry out my lips. I just really like the formula. I like these more for the lips though than the cheek. And then for gloss, I'm using Fenty Beauty Fussy. I forgot how much I love these. I went through an entire Sweet Mouth. I was supposed to repurchase that one during the sale, and I accidentally got another Fussy. That's why Fussy is on the lips today. I'm gonna try that Hourglass mascara on my lower lashes just lightly. It is a thinner wand, not too thin, but I thought, yeah, it works really nicely on the lowers. Just want a little bit of mascara. Then to seal everything in, I should have got another one of these during the Sephora sale. I've been strictly using this. This is the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. You know my love. All ready for this? Seal everything in, and then I have one more thing to share with you guys. To finish off the look, I have a fragrance that is seasonally so good right now. I did a whole dedicated video on this, so I won't go in depth, but if you didn't already know, Letta Fragrance released their new 18 Vanilla Nera. If you like vanilla fragrances that have a spice to it, you would love this. So I'm going to finish the look with this, but if you want to know more about this fragrance, I will link my video talking more about it. I want to keep trying to remember to finish off my looks with a fragrance of the day, but this has been mine. You can see already using so much of this. I love it so much. And now we're going to get started on reviewing these products. And I realized after I did my blush and grabbed my everyday blush brush, which is the BK Beauty 107. I know probably so many of you were screaming at the at the video. I'm so sorry. But I will have some footage inserted, and I will talk a little bit about what I think about these complexion brushes from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose, because I wanted to use this one too. Trust me, that was what I was wanting to use. So I will use this for my blush and have a little inserted clip to talk about those. But we're going to go over everything else in this video, so I'm so sorry, but luckily I did remember. As for the other brushes that I did use from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose, they are all really great additions to the BK Beauty brushes because they're so different. And I just love the shapes that they did. I love the design of them. I think they're so sleek, and I'm just had a lot of fun using them today, and I'll definitely continue to use them more to let you know my thoughts on them, and also those face brushes. Love you guys. Thanks for understanding. What is on my face? We'll take that off and continue. Okay, so we're just a mess today. Is it just me? Since the time change, I've just been all over the place. I realize it's been a while, but I'm blaming it on the time change. Okay, let me organize my life first, and we'll get back to doing my final thoughts on this. In organizing, we have the Merit highlighter, because of course I had to forget something else. So I'm going to put this on my finger. It does look very balmy as well. Hopefully it doesn't lift. Ooh, that's a pretty glaze to the skin. I like that. But definitely you could not apply this sort of product directly to the skin because it has that same super slippery finish that could be prone to lifting. But I just put a little bit on. It is more of a balm than depositing any sort of color, I feel like, for this as well. But that leads me into discussing the products that I tried from Merit. It came in this super cute bag, my Canadian in me. It came in this super cute bag from Merit, and you can tie it. Just throw everything in. I love this. It's so convenient, and I love the color of it. It's super cute. But for the products, the bronzer stick, I'm unsure of, and the highlight I feel like I would use more just because I like that sort of finish in a highlight more than a bronzing stick, because I like something with a little bit more pigment and set down for complexion than the highlight, which can be balmy. I hope that makes sense to you. The brush was really nice for application. The blush was probably my favorite thing that I tried. However, I'm concerned with how much product is in here. I'm gonna have to look it up. 9 grams of product. Let me know. thoughts on that, but I do like the formula of the Merit blush. So I'm excited to keep playing around with those. I do love the flush that I have, but it's mostly from this color from Dior. I'm obsessed, as I said, with Rosewood Anything at the moment, but I really, really love this color. I know it was getting kind of hit and miss, this new formula specifically, because people were saying that can be patchy. However, I felt like it kind of smoothed everything out, and every time I've worn this, I felt like my blush has looked super, super smooth. The Shiseido Revitaliscence Skin Glow Foundation, I'm liking how this is looking, especially set. I feel like it definitely needed to be set on my skin, but it feels lightweight and hydrating. I'll update you on how this wears, but so far so good. And then for the Armani concealer that I have used before, this is the Luminous Silk Concealer. I know so many people love this, and I love the foundation. I'm just not personally a fan of the concealer. It just doesn't have enough coverage for me personally. It's a little too thin. I just need something with a little bit more to it, honestly, for me. So this is a pass, but this is my second time I've tried it. I'm not sure, honestly. So let me know. What are your thoughts on it? Have you watched my concealer video? Is it one of your favorites? Let me know. Am I missing something on that? Because I love the foundation. It's just the concealer for me is subpar, I feel. For primer, I'm super curious about trying this more. It's the Smooth and Blur from Sephora. Felt incredible on the skin. I feel like we look really smooth. So I want to test it out on other portions of my face because I feel like this part looks smooth because of that, but this could definitely use some smoothing. So maybe we will try that out all over the face because I don't feel like it's going to be too dry. I've been using this serum from Beauty from Joseon and really liking it for skincare. For my lips, this combo has been everything to me. The Makeup Forever Endless Cacao and the Flora Tint from Benefit. Super pretty, topped with some gloss. I do like a gloss on top of this combo. It just makes my lips look super full and juicy, and I really love that. Then I'm continuing to test out this Inkey List lip balm. We'll see if my lips get any plumper. This mascara combo is super good. I do have to test the mascara on its own because I feel like I really love it, but it could be because of this primer because I also really loved how my lashes looked when I just applied this. So those are promising. Obviously, I love my Makeup by Mario eyeliners. This soft brown is such a pretty shade. I've been using it as like an everyday brown for my eyes. I love the warmth of it. It's so stunning. And then this Rare Beauty liquid eyeshadow. I'm a little unsure, not because of the formula, but because of the color. I was worried it would pull sick, but I feel like the look came together. Don't you? I feel like the tones are good. So I don't know if I'll be able to wear this on its own because I felt like, yes, kind of a little sick, but maybe that with some eyeliner and I'd be good to go. These scattered light glitter eyeshadows are what I want glitter to be. No fallout, super thin, high shine, but none of the mess. These are incredible. So that's an A+ for me for Hourglass. And then the last thing I think I have here, but I probably forgot something because that is what we're doing today. This is the Annabelle Perfect Setting Translucent Loose Powder, and it is quite lightening, I feel, but it acts like an HD powder. It says it's talc free, so I'm going to continue to use this and see. However, it did smooth and set everything beautifully in place. So it did what it said. I'm just worried about it lightening anything, but I feel like when I added the spray, everything came back for the life of my face, and that often can happen with powders for me specifically. So I'm not too worried about that quite yet. But this video in general, so much fun. Definitely different, very pink for me. You know me and my pinks lately. I've just been really enjoying it. So I do love the look that we came up with today. I think it's super pretty, easy to do, and I cannot wait to play around with more of these products further. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for wanting to know my thoughts on all these new products. If there's anything you want to see me test out in the future for trying new makeup, let me know in the comment section below what product that is that you want to see me test out in one of these videos. I try and grab what is new, what I'm getting, and try and make it into a cohesive look. I do set aside some that I feel like when others come in that I can make a whole look that would work. I don't want products just to not like because I don't think they'll work together. I do try and pick out some new things that I feel like would make a really beautiful, cohesive look. I think we did that today for this. It's super easy, but very impactful, I feel. I love a pink right now, so I wanted to do a pink look for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, I'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.